see, Bob. Okay. You're going to be here for a few minutes. Yeah. So you can lie down, knees bent or legs straight out in Shavasana shape, however you're comfortable. Give yourself support. Maybe you set up with the pillows under your thighs, but let the earth hold you. Just lie down. Give yourself time to settle. Feel that invitation of relaxation. Yes, please. One of the really nice things about being online is that if someone likes to take an exhale as a sigh, it doesn't disturb anybody. Right? In yoga, most of the time we teach and we practice breathing in and out of the nose, but an exhale out of the mouth can be very soothing, very releasing, but not always wanting to be heard by everybody. Years ago in Shavasana at a studio where I taught, this woman really loved her Shavasana, and throughout the whole thing, she would make these big dramatic exhales. I was like, I know I'm supposed to be peaceful and zen and send her kindness and love, but I kind of wanted to pull her eyelashes off. Anyway, back to ahimsa, non-violence, and breath. So let your body breathe here. Show up right now on your mat. Notice where your attention is. Your mind will wander, but then you can lovingly direct it back to inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to practice a call and respond, which is kind of funky online because I have you muted. But this is a metta prayer, a prayer of loving kindness. And as we know, prayers and good thoughts don't fix anything, but they are also not a horrible thing to do. We would also like change. But we will send this out into the world. So I'll say the line and then you can repeat it out loud if you'd like, or just in your mind. And the first time we do it, I'll ask that you'll send it to someone specific and make that an easy one. Somebody that instantly popped into your mind that is easy to send some loving thoughts to. May you feel protected and safe. May you feel contented and pleased. May your body support you with strength. May your life unfold smoothly and with ease. And then we'll send it out to each other, to ourselves, and beyond our community, out into the world, and including people in Texas and Buffalo and everywhere, Ukraine and everywhere. And make sure you're including yourself. So we're not just giving out, we are open to receiving as well. So if there's a balance there, can't give from an empty vessel. May you feel protected and safe. May you feel contented and pleased. May your body support you with strength. May your life unfold smoothly and with ease. With your awareness on your heart center, I'll invite you to just breathe in and out, energy on the heart center. You can invite a count if you would like, so that you create an even length inhale and exhale. Sometimes the number 4 is good for a count, but if that feels too long, then you shorten it, or you can add. Samavriti, even length, inhale and exhale. Focus on the heart. Every time your mind wanders, come back to your breath, to your heart. Release the counting. Bring your hands to touch in front of your heart center. Just pausing here. connected, showing up to practice, showing up to fill up our cups so we can do better work off the mat and increase our awareness. Love, love, love out into the world and right back into you. When you're ready, draw your knees in toward your chest, one hand on each knee. And you'll let the legs go away from the body, and then you can gently draw them back in. Let your breath happen. You might inhale out and exhale in, but you might just be breathing organically as you let the legs go away from the torso and then gently draw them back in. Find a little bit of movement in the low back here. And you can come to stillness. And you might make this like an upside down child's pose where you take the knees wide and let the feet touch, big toes touch. You can be perfectly still here. Full breathing in and out. And at some point, you may want to gently rock side to side. Two more breaths here. Release your feet down as wide as your mat, maybe off the mat. But if that's too wide, you'll bring the legs closer together. The knees are bent, and let's take arms out in a T. We'll start with just the legs, taking the windshield wipers, allowing your legs to flow from side to side. It's amazing what a little wider with the feet feels like. I find it a small amount makes a huge difference. So feel free to move your feet around and find the Goldilocks variation, the just right. We'll do one more each way. When you come back to center, you can straighten your legs out if you'd like, or the feet can stay wide and you can let the knees come together like a tripod. Zero effort with the legs here. And now we'll go up to the head and the neck, rolling side to side. Any amount, gentle and loving. One more each way. When you come back to center, bend your knees if they're not. Place your feet back in that most amazing, just right location, or change it up if you'd like. We'll do the wipers and we'll turn our head the opposite way of the legs and through center and to the other side. Really notice the pace. We can fly through all of these things, but the idea is that we slow down. If you get to one side and you would like to pause, please feel free to do that. Switching to the other side if you're holding. Making your way back to center. Your legs will come more to a neutral place. So feet, knees, up to hip bones, kind of that neutral bent leg. And then we'll take and turn my body so you can see. We'll take the right leg and we'll slide it under the left. So right leg slides under the left. This will hopefully not be too shocking after the windshield wipers because we got a little bit of that sensation. Feel free to adjust where the right leg is so that it doesn't feel too intense. Also, you can grab a pillow and support the right leg. Right leg is under. You can take your right arm, reach it up and over, and bring it back down. Right arm, same arm, reaching up and over. Hello, right side. Let's do that one more time. And we'll spend a few more breaths here. You can have your arm down, or if you like it, up and over. Go ahead and do that. Feel free again to adjust the leg as you spend time in the pose. Sometimes things shift and adjust. Big breath in and out. Bring the arm down and take the right leg out. And we'll bring the left leg. Slide it under the right. Any amount, support it with a pillow. Bad teacher alert. I did not announce on the other side that you do not want to be doing a back bend during this. So if the right leg, or sorry, now the left leg is so tight, air quote, tight, that it feels like you're being pulled into a back bend, then press your back down into the mat and add the pillow to support your left leg. Back bend is not illegal. It's just not what we're going for here. Try to find an easeful place. And when you're ready, if you'd like, a few times, taking left arm up and over, and then bringing it back down. You decide for the next few breaths, arm up and over or arm by your side. One more full breath in and exhale, releasing the left arm, releasing the left leg. And let's take both legs out and both arms maybe into cactus or T arms. Pausing here. Noticing the support beneath you. Noticing your breath. Noticing your heart. Full inhale and exhale. Bring your arms back down. Bend your knees. You may like to keep your pillow or not as we come into some bridges. So feet are planted, pushing through your heels, using your strong buttock muscles to help lift the pelvis off the ground and lower back down. Take a few to practice, to feel that in your body. So your nervous system says, oh, okay, they can be small bridges or you can go high to the sky, but I want it to feel good and steady. Notice your breath. And when and if you would like, you can add the arms, lift your hips, let your arms float up and over. And exhale, lower down. Kind of fun to see if hips and hands can land at exactly the same time. Following your breath, lifting and lowering. Consider pushing your heels down even more, as if you could go right down into the floor. Finish the one you're on and try one more if you'd like. Really nice. They're nicely paced. When you finish, find your favorite pillow or blanket or bolster and create a supported bridge, lifting your pelvis. And give yourself time to get comfortable, and then you'll settle. You can have your pillow support under head and neck. You can take your legs back into that tripod position with a pillow between the knees, if that feels supportive. And where would you like your arms? Shavasana, T, or maybe back into the cactus shape. We'll spend a few moments here. Sharing a piece of good news as you're here in bridge. A DNA test did more than just unlock the key to Dolly's past. It also reunited the rescue dog with her puppies. Dolly was adopted in Winnipeg by Holly Blair, a pet photographer living in Toronto. Blair told The Week she decided to purchase an Embark dog DNA test so she could learn more about Dolly's breed mix, and was completely shocked when the results came back with information about the puppies Dolly had before she was adopted. I didn't realize they actually connected relatives by matching DNA from the database. I was only focused on the breed identification part. I knew that she had puppies and had been separated too early, but I had accepted that I wouldn't ever get to know about them or that part of her life. Blair contacted the owners of Dolly's puppies and learned they were all now in loving homes around Winnipeg. Blair and Dolly are looking forward to visiting them in the future. And in the meantime, Blair is enjoying all of the ways Dolly has changed her life, from teaching her how to be patient, compassionate, and protective, to showing how important love and listening is. Go, Dolly. If you would like to invite your Samavriti breathing, even length inhale and exhale, you may do that, or just let your body breathe. Release the counting if you're using that. And if you would like to take your legs up into the sky for some breaths, you can do that. Let it feel good. Any kind of gentle movement with the legs. Your arms may end up floating up as well. You might circle wrists and ankles. Three more breaths right where you are. When you're ready, you can bring your feet down to the ground. Bring your arms down to the ground and turn your palms to face down. So you just notice grounded, supported. Take a deep breath in and maybe sigh it out. Exhale. One more time. Deep breath in, maybe open mouth. Exhale. You'll slowly lift up and take your prop out. Bring yourself back down to the ground. And yogi's choice, sometimes nice to just be right in neutral, knees bent, or you can straighten your legs out or hug your knees in. You probably already were on your way to the one that felt right, so trust that if I didn't get the choices out soon enough. And a couple more breaths here now, pelvis back down on the ground. And we'll take a twist now. So a couple of choices. You can bring a pillow to your right side. You can take the twist with your feet on the ground and then the knees drop over to the right. So that would be similar to our windshield wiper. If you would like, you can draw the knees in and then take the legs to the right. You don't have to have a cushion. I like to bring the earth up to my legs. And then you may need to adjust. I feel like I could actually twist a little more. So I'm going to do a little scoot with my torso. And then arms in a T. And perhaps you look the opposite way of your knees. You can look up and you could even look the same direction as your knees. Gentle twist. We notice right away the breath changes because things are twisted, a little more compact. So let it move as freely as it can. Imagine the breath gracefully in and out. At the bottom of your next exhale, bring yourself back to center slowly, pausing in the center. You can switch your pillow to the left side. Notice. You can take the same style twist, or you could be an absolute rebel and do a different kind. What? So windshield wiper, feet are on the ground, the legs drop to one side, or drawing the legs in, dropping the knees to one side. Maybe I'm adjusting my pelvis this time. So you're learning to tune in. This practice becomes your very own. Your body is different each time you show up. And then you can take arms in a T and gaze where it feels good for your neck. Feel free to shift and adjust, and then you settle and you notice your breathing. Full breath in And exhale. Drawing yourself back to center. Pausing in the center. You can hug your knees in, keep the knees bent, or perhaps it feels good to stretch all the way out. Long legs, maybe long arms, into our pose of the year, starfish. I found a paint color, by the way, starfish, and it's quite beautiful. Allow your whole body to breathe here. One more big breath in and exhale. And bring your arms down and bend your knees. Finding just right again. This will maybe take a little bit of measurement. So the knees are bent. I'm going to take both legs and let them go out and back up. So your feet will probably turn on to the outer edge. You do not have to go very far. Probably find inner thigh stretch. But feel free to adjust the feet. You could take them farther away from the butt. And you might like to take just one side at a time. That's really nice because you have to engage some other muscles to keep yourself from tipping over, to keep the pelvis steady. So maybe try a few with one leg and then the other. Notice the difference, if there is one, between the sides. And we'll do both legs one or two more times. And you'll draw your legs in toward your chest and let them go up into the sky. Let your arms join. And then allow the legs and arms to go apart and together. Any amount apart and together. If you would like to add on to this, you do not have to. You can, when they come back together, bend the elbows and the knees and then come back up. Legs apart and together, and a little bend like you're coming into a prayer or a fetal, but you're on your back, and then up. We'll go through this one more time. Releasing your legs and arms, locating your pillows, and we'll take Supta Baddha Konasana. So pillows support the hip joint. So they are right up close to my butt, to my hip. Pelvis is on the ground, soles of the feet touch, and pillows support the legs. Add what you need. This doesn't need to be stretchy and extreme. Choose restorative, supportive, comforting. And you can add your pillow. A suggestion for your arms. There's 1,000, but you might like hand on belly, hand on heart. Beautiful way to connect. And if you like that feeling of a little bit of a back bend, then cactus arms can feel nice. If you were all day on a computer or slumped over reading, stressed out driving, then cactus arms might be just right. Once you settle, I'm going to change up the breath a little bit. We were doing even length, so inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4, or whichever number you chose. This time, if you'd like, you'll inhale, let's say 4, then you'll exhale for 6. Inhale 4, exhale 6. You'll add 2 counts to your exhale. So we're lengthening the exhale just a bit. Let that help relax your body and your mind. Release the counting and decide if you would like to keep this shape for Shavasana. I would encourage you to bring the arms down into the shape of Shavasana so it's a little more calming. And if you're ready, of course, you can bring the knees together using the support of your hands and straighten your legs out over your cushions. Setting yourself up for the ultimate pose, Shavasana, rest. Cover if you need. Move slowly so that when you come to stillness, it's easier to settle. We've been on the road to Shavasana and we have arrived. You may choose to stay and rest longer, or inviting a few deep breaths, but remaining still. Just let the breath be the movement, inhaling and exhaling. Bring your awareness to your heart. Allow a tiny smile to sneak onto your face. Wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe taking a full body stretch, big, huge breath in and out. Roll to your side when you're ready. Fetal pose, the pose of new beginnings. And start new after each practice. Just notice how you feel. And you can bring yourself up to sit. Let your hands come to touch in front of your heart. And for you and for all living beings everywhere, may you feel protected and safe. May you feel contented and pleased. May your body support you with strength. May your life unfold smoothly and with ease. Take great care. Please take care of yourselves so we can better take care of others. Thank you for being here and for sharing your practice. Namaste.